Hi guys and gals, my name is Frank. I'm with Sportsland here on 4001 South State in Salt Lake City. We're here today to show you another great fifth wheel that's on our lot and for you to view online or walk through on our lot here. It's a 270 Bunkhouse made by Volante. We're going to walk around and show you some feature benefits on this trailer. Starting off with starting at the door, we'll come around the whole coach and come back to the front here. But we do have an electric awning that comes up over top, and a lot of people that have been camping before, even for new time campers, know that a lot of your camping is done outside here, viewing the lake or checking out the forest or anywhere where you're camping out. LED lights up underneath the awning, well lit in the evenings. It's beautiful out here when it's all lit up. We do have the speakers, which are LED blue lights on the outside speakers. They are with a two-zone audio system that will either go inside or outside all together, all speakers together, or you can actually manipulate which ones you want, just outside music, quiet inside if you've got a baby sleeping. We do have coming up here an entry assist handle. This does just lift and fold quite easily out of your way using it, and when a door's closed you can help use that to lock and secure your door as well. The stairs going up to it, they all fold up and tuck up nicely underneath the coach here. Coming out to we have a little pocket storage here and storage access from here and the front door itself as we'll walk around the front and see. Plenty of storage. You have our battery compartment back there that does come with a vented box, goes out to the outside vent. We never want to have batteries without a vent system in a fifth wheel. Just a note to self. Coming out, we do have the nice pocketed windows. That's going to be your front bedroom when we go inside and check that out. The Volante comes with the fiberglass front cap. It's a fully painted front cap, really weather resistant to heat, cold. It is insulated to protect the front as you're traveling down the road and you got that wind hitting on the front of this thing. It's not going to protrude that cold air into, or the hot air into your coach. Nice LED lights that are well lit up front, and we do help with the white ones up front here, aside from the blue ones, are going to help with your nighttime hookup. It will shed quite a bit of light up here when you are hooking up your fifth wheel to your vehicle. Up front here we do have a little assist light, floodlight. This is going to be your up and down for your front electric hitches, which will help you get loaded up and stabilize your unit. And then we do have a Furrion. It's a hookup for your exterior solar panels. So you can plug into there, has I think it's a 20-foot cable that kicks out. You can set that solar panel up facing the sun for 2-3 hours while you're boating or hiking or doing whatever you're doing in your camping experiences, and it will slowly trickle charge your batteries. Great little feature to have. I love that Volante puts it on there. Up front here, we have two of the larger propane tanks, the 230-pounders, and these are going to last you probably, if you're dry camping, through my experience, it's probably a week to a week and a half of utilizing pretty much your furnace, your stove, everything. So if you're in the, if you're in the dead of summer and you're not going to be using your heater, obviously, you can probably go 2 weeks with this, depending on your cooking and other things that it uses. So this also helps feed your front outdoor kitchen that we're going to see here in a moment as we walk around further. Everything is fueled up by these two tanks right here. Another access to your through storage right next to us, and then you do have your 30-amp power cable, goes back in. So as you can see, we're plugged in here, but that will go back into a compartment back there and then close that lid off. It is nice to have this feature where after you've pulled your cable out, just to avoid any critters getting into your coach, into the box or anything like that, this does seal it off. We do have your Schwintek system on your slide, nice big slide. If you come around the side here real quick, you can see we got two side windows, one on this side, one on the other, and these two front bay windows, one over the kitchen and one over the dinette, and really gives you, a nice view. They're slightly tinted, so there's up to scale 1 through 4 on tint. I believe this is like a 2 or a 3 scale. We don't want them blacked out. We still want some light, ambient light coming in, which is nice, and we want to be able to see outside. So that's something I think that CrossRoads and Volante did that's really nice, and there's slide windows for ventilation on both of them. Coming out to the back here, we do have your outdoor shower. Hot and cold water, and this closes up and locks away when you're not using it, but it's nice to spray off your feet or your dog or anything along that line before you get into your coach. City water connection is right here. You pop this open, go into a park somewhere, you hook your hose up here, and this is going to actually charge up all your water lines. So you will not use your pump. This will actually go in and you can use a water regulator. And we sell those here in our parts store at Sportsland. But ask somebody about that, or ask your salesman about that. Some parks are not regulated pressure water. So you do use a water regulator for these so they don't blow out your lines, just like you would at your house. If you do have one, you know what I mean. This is going to be your black tank flush. And what we do here is a separate, same kind of hose attachment. When you go to flush out your coach, and black water flush is a sprinkler head, pretty much a high pressured sprinkler head that's inside your black tank, positioned in a proper spot where it sprays out and sprays everything down and flushes everything out. So what we don't have after 2 weeks of non-camping, and we have some sediment in the bottom of the tank, if you don't have one of these, is called a trailer fart. Remember that one, because what it does is actually accumulates that heat, and those gases will build up. As soon as you go in to clean your toilet, you're going to get that puff of stink, and it's going to just stink in the coach. You'll know what I'm talking about. If you've experienced it, you know that this is important. So good feature to have on this, and we do have them on there. Just up from here, this is all four corners of the coach. We do have a little water spout, and you may not think much of this until you're talked about the feature and the benefit of it and what we're doing right here. So the water does flush off the roof, and it is a contoured roof. It's not a flat roof, so that water will come over and run off to the sides, run down your trough out to here and kick away. So you're pouring water about this far away from your coach instead of right onto your coach flowing down. Now, one of the other benefits to this as well, not just to get your side dirty, but we also want to see that these corners are well sealed. Very well sealed. Over time, or if you catch a branch on it or anything along that line and you get a little gap, what happens in the springtime or even going into the fall, you have a snowstorm, you have snow on top of the coach, and it melts away, starts melting, gets into this crevice. Now it freezes up at night, and what it does is expands, and it's going to make that worse and worse, and one of the cancers of any trailer is going to be water damage, and we don't want that. So these help kick that away, and make sure to always check all your seals as you go through the years of owning any coach for that to happen. Coming to the back here, we do have a our cable TV plug-ins for park cable and satellite. So where you hook up that goes into the coach and out to your outputs, which will be the bedroom, the living room, and outside TV on the other side. This particular 270 Bunkhouse does come with a welded hitch already attached to it from the factory. We believe these are wiring harnesses will be close to the end, whether you go the 7-way or flat 5, depending on your trailer. We can have that installed here at Sportsland. And next to this, obviously, we have the spare tire, full-size spare tire. And that's nice to have. These are going to be on a U-bolt channel. A lot of people have asked me this before, can we move these? Questions absolutely, the answer is absolutely yes. We can take this off to the side, have that set up, and then a lot of people, left to right, a lot of people put a rack system back here with a U-bolt channel the same way this is set up on the spare tire. If we can pan this over and just kind of show them real quick, we're gonna show them that U-bolt setup. And this can actually set up, 2 of these will set up here for a rack system off the back. You can put your generator, your coolers, your cats, your dogs, if that's where you want to keep them. Looking back here, we do have a ladder access to the roof. It's a 350-pound capacity ladder. You get up there and people ask, why do you have a ladder? Why do we go to the roof? Preventive maintenance is key, always. To get up there, I get on mine about 2-3 times a year just to check all my seals around my air conditioning unit, around my vent, anything along that line, just to see if there's any damage. You might have gone under some trees last time you went camping. You want to go inspect the roof. Come over if you do have situations like that. Our service department would be happy to help you out and assess the damage. But always good to have preventive maintenance. Once again, alleviate that water getting up or seeping anywhere in the wall, ceiling, sides of your coach. This does come back with a Furrion housing for your backup camera. Nice little feature to have. It's got a 2-conductor in there that will power up your camera, and that essentially will have a screen up in front of your truck so you can see what you're towing behind you, which is nice, or just view traffic. 3 different options on our cameras here, which you can talk to our parts department about. Talking about the roof again, this does come with a 10-year warranty. It's a TPO roof. Now listen folks, I'll tell you right now, if they don't tell you out there that it is a seamless one piece, then it's not. Ours are seamless one pieces. We request this for this purpose. this. You have a stitching of anything whatsoever that you're stitching with. Eventually over time with water and wind, anything like that, you get a separation on that stitch. You all know where I'm going with that. Water gets up underneath. There you go, there's your damage. We don't do that. So we ask for these from the manufacturers to have a seamless one-piece TPO roof, which is a 10-year warranty on these, which is huge. It's really backing up your coach. So we come over here to the outside kitchen. Cool little feature. As you can see, underneath here where we have the scissor stabilizer jacks, which are kicked off at an angle on purpose for stability, but we also have where that tag is, it's a quick connect gas, and what that is going to plug into your 2 conductor. Well, we take it a step further, we put a splitter on that quick connect, and now we have a camshaft for a barbecue secondary set off here that's going to run off those 2 propane tanks we showed you a little earlier, and those are going to feed all back here, and now you have your full cooking station back here. And you do have a refrigerator, a little sink with the hot and cold water, wash your hands off. This does not have a drain, but you pull this out, you dump that, and then you can put it right back in here again. People have taken this off and utilize this with a cutting board over top of that. Utilize that as a cutting board or anything else you might be needing for sandwich making and whatnot. We do have a small little fridge out here. This is a 110 refrigerator. So the trick of the trade that we've seen over the years is people will put a little piece of dry ice and some Tupperware. Pop it in there, keep your creamers, your sodas, or anything else in here, and that will keep it chilled. We do have our cable TV as we were talking about outside, so we have 3 ports that the cable will feed, and this is one of them out here. You can actually set a TV out on the side, watch TV out here, and yes, it does have power to 110 outlets out here for your TV. Set up a table out here, run it for a blender or anything else you might think of, and right next to this we have our freshwater fill. So this is where if you're going dry camping, you put your hose in there, and I believe it's a 48 to 50 gallon tank plus your 6-gallon hot water heater, which is right there. So plenty of camping water for you for dry camping. Put your hose in, you fill this up. It's got a little breather hose right next to it. It's going to fill up and breathe that air out until it fills up and overflows. You're good to go. Shut your hose off, cap it, and you're dry camping. So plenty of water. These are going to be on these tires. They do have what's called an easy lube hub system. You pop off that cap, there's going to be a little grease zerk. You pop with 3 or 4 squeezes on that, it goes into the back bearing, and anybody that's packed bearings before knows it's in your hand. My dad's made me do it before, and you're squeezing grease, it's a mess, but this goes in without taking the bearings out, and little preventive maintenance, which is nice, packs that pack bearing, and then that grease comes up and packs the front bearing. If you didn't know there's 2 bearings in these tires, you now do, and I'm happy to show you, tell you about it, but they do that, and all 4 tires have that. So we say, yeah, depending on 3-4 years, you might want to get it regular. If you got a mechanic, take them in, have them check it out. But for the most part, so you're not running dry on grease. And always a good thing to do is when you are traveling, you stop off at a gas station, somebody needs to grab something, fuel up, go around and just put your hands on your hubs. Just do that, and if it feels hot to the touch, don't go any further, get somebody to take care of it, because that means you're not greased and your bearings are getting hot, and that's going to be some problems down the road, literally. Okay guys, I'm going to walk inside and show you a few features. Come on in. Well, we said it was a 270 bunkhouse. We're going to show you the bunkhouse is back here. So these are 2 double over double bunk beds. They do have storage up underneath, which is nice. Just on the outside of that's the outside kitchen, so it's not fully storage, but you got a good pocket of storage. I had a customer personally buy one of these from me that has a couple of small dogs. What they did is grab another piece of padding, put it up underneath there, and that becomes their dog beds. Great idea for storage or extra housing for any pets. The bathroom back here has a small tub. Toilet's kind of set up perfectly for a good, sit down. We do have the sink and medicine cabinet underneath the sink itself. As we come out here, we're going to show you the slide. In that slide system, we have the couch and the dinette, and the dinette does drop down to a bed. which is a pretty nice feature. The 2-post mounted, pretty solid, very solid table actually. A lot of the benefits that are shown on this poster right here, extreme weather package, you know, the speakers we talked about, all these things, they do come with this coach. It's not some extras. We've had folks ask us how much if we get this and that. These are all with it. Come on down and check this out. So the slide itself, and we do have storage up over the couch right here. Let me point out, these are all LED lights, which are going to save you on battery life. This here is a tri-fold, so there's a jackknife, which is a smaller couch. This is a tri-fold, opens this up real quick and easy. We'll show you the little transition of this. Little Velcro seats back there that stick back into place. We're going to lift that up, open these arms, and when you come in, we've had families come in, we've had their kids open these up. They're really that easy. Drop that down. This kicks down, and now you have yourself another double bed. Plenty of sleeping room. Easy to put away as well. As you just seen how it comes apart, the same thing goes in the same way. All you do is pick that up. This is 2 fingers I'm picking that up with. Very super light. Bring these in. That drops right into place. And that's it. So plenty of sleeping space, even with your kids. Got the bunk beds in the back, but now you also have their friends sleeping over, so you can definitely accommodate. Going into the kitchen area, we got stainless steel sink. A lot of people might ask, why stainless steel sink over plastic? Anytime you scrub plastic enough, it's going to get the grooves. The grooves over a period of time, they will hold bacteria. It's not going to be as cleanliness as a stainless steel sink, which is nice. Little residential faucet. You can see the blue LED lighting underneath here, which is pretty sweet. Our storage up underneath. We do have plenty of storage, easy access to the water pump. A lot of smooth, open, not particle board, but full plywood drawers. Everything that you see in our cabinets out here as well, when you do come down and walk through, they're gonna have, you can't see them, but back here they're pocketed, screwed and glued. So what they do is they pre-drill, and then they actually put the screws and the glue. It's not stapled, which is something that falls apart quite quickly. But we, manufacturers, build these, and we like that structure of them. They're back behind the walls itself. They're gonna have a backer plate for all the cabinets that you see here, so we don't have them coming off the walls and rattling off the walls after a while. A little microwave accessibility. You got a little oven. It's not a huge oven, but corn dogs, taquitos, and whatever else you can fit in there, it works well. You got the 8 cubic foot refrigerator and separate freezer. Plenty of room there. And then I know that there's a lot of question about pantry storage. Well, you give those and you can see how deep these things really are. It's the length of my arm pretty much going in there. That's a lot of deep pantry storage. We're gonna move up to the bedroom. Actually, we'll do the front wall with the fireplace here. So you do have, does not come with a TV, but we do have a DVD player, Bluetooth. This is the dual zones of audio that we have as well, that will be inside and outside, or you can choose either one that we were talking about outside earlier. 110, your cable and satellite, and then this is for your DVD player that comes up to your TV. Easy plug and play. And then of course you got additional storage all up in the front wall. Nice frosted cabinets up top. And then you do have plenty of cabinets down below, movies, games, consoles, and the fireplace. Now a lot of people ask me about the fireplace. Yes, it is electric. So, electric fireplace, safe to touch. You got kiddos in the place, you're gonna be able to not worry about them burning their fingers. Little fireplace will heat up, and just remember this too, it will heat up the coach. Heats up to about 380 to 400 square feet. Take the edge off of the heat. But if you're in cold weather camping, guys, and this is a trick of the trade here, I'm telling you, you need to run, don't let this fool your heating system. The heating ducts that are, residential size heating ducts that are in the floor, your water lines are running very close to those. Not too close to do any damage at all, but it radiates that heat and keeps that, and that's what makes this a cold weather package. So you do want to run your heat through the floor as well to maintain, so your water lines going to your bathroom, to your kitchen, everything keeps from freezing up under a certain temperature below zero. So we don't want to fool it by just keeping this on and saying, hey, we're good to go, because we do want to have that radiant heating going in the floor as well. Just remember that. Come on upstairs, we'll show the bedroom. As you can see, the accent lighting, little blue lighting in the bed, queen size, 2 coat closets and storage over the top of the bed. And then we also do have plenty of coat storage and all these drawers up here. Once again, solid plywood, not that particle board that they use in other coaches, but good solid drawers. We do have that accessibility for all your sock drawers and any other things that you got. A lot of storage space in the bedroom itself. We sure do love the way they utilize that space. And we also have storage up under the bed. So you lift that up, and that's a huge pocket storage under the bed. There's your 2 cutting boards for your sink, so they go over the sink. And of course, it comes with your handles for the outside jacks. And guys, the emergency window is sitting right here. These are the pull down blinds. Nice and easy lift and retract system. And I'll tell you what, anything that I did miss, I sure would love to come have you visit with us. My name is Frank with Sportsland, and come on down and let us help you get away.